It's gonna be a block or hold arena. We are gonna do this randomized because I feel like doing randomized this time. I kind of like random arenas, man, because I don't really know if there's any arena that gives either one advantage. I mean, well, I guess let's talk about our competitors. We are gonna have Binus on the Alliance side. He is a Fury Warrior, and him and a certain mage named Everlia. Wait, Everlia have been having a bit of a feud. Not like a real feud. But like, every time they've been seeing each other in a 1v1 5v5 1v1 Duels, it's been honor duels and try to see which one is the better. The Fire Mage with all the different one-shot bursts, or if it's gonna be Binus. If Boomsor and OPSAP can leave the group, so then we make sure that these duels are as friendly looking for YouTube, that'd be great, just so we can have one health bar fighting each other, not multiple health bars. God forbid somebody gets confused. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. It's gonna be Everlia, the bursty Fire Mage, versus Binus, the healing god that is a Fury Warrior. You guys don't need to do honor duels if you don't wanna. You guys can just kind of go if you wanna, snap and go. Or if you wanna do like first bow, that's fine too. Oh my god, Binus just compensating for someone, walking up with his big ass mount. Compensating. Everly is forced to look up at him. Oh hey, how's it going? Binus just trying to assert his dominance as his rider's running the mount. Gonna be a standard opener by Everlia, trying to go for a setup onto Binus. Greater Pilot is gonna come out. Are we gonna see a Tricket or anything out of Binus? Gonna see a Ring of Frost to follow. Binus is gonna go for a big leap onto Everlia, who's gonna port it. Gonna be a charge out of Binus. Gonna stay out of the Ring of Frost just by a hair. Still gonna try to get a Greater Pyro as he goes for a big setup. Binus does run into a ring though. That's good opportunity for Everly to maybe go for some big damage. Does have big meteor coming down. Binus is gonna go for massive heal with Enraged Regen right now off of Everly. We do get a fear to stop Everly from moving around. Binus is gonna snag himself another heal as Dragon's Breath comes out. Trying to go for Polymorph, getting interrupted or Arcane, and Everly's health is actually in a bad spot. Cannot go for a defensive, finally gets it. That's gonna be a mile to check it coming out of Binus. Necrotic out, a lot of Everly's health is gonna go for Greater Pyro while Binus is in Polymorph. Trying to land another Greater Pyro. It's going to be a full stun. Might see an Ice Block coming out of Everlia. Maybe waiting for Cauterize to happen. It's going to be Dragon's Breath. Cauterize still hasn't happened. Ring of Frost to follow. Is Binus going to run into it? Greater Pyro Blast is trying to come out. Binus could maybe snag himself on the side. Maybe, oh, Spell Reflect coming in by Binus. Everlia could reflect himself if he wanted to. If he reflected himself, he could have gotten health. It's going to be, oh, Cauterize coming in by Everlia. Ice Block still available if necessary. Greater Pyro Blast still going to come out. Binus is to find a way to deal with it. Try to Shadow Meld. Does Shadow Meld, but it's still... Oh, she Shadow Melded! Ice Block is going to be coming out. Binus trying to carve an ice statue off of that ice. But it's not going to happen. Everly doesn't have any more defenses. He's basically out of things, man. He needs to go for Dragon's Breath. Maybe does get Absorb running. Charge coming in by Binus. That's going to be Execute onto Everly. Binus does take him out in that Execute. Alrighty, now that we've established the gameplay here, that we established somebody took the first kill. Now this is where the stakes are high. This is where Everly needs to come back for 2 back-to-back wins. Or Binus is just going to dominate it for 2. If you need to change your talents, you can. Let me know when both parties are ready. Also, this dude's name is McPeepants. How did you get McPeepants on Ysera? I'm pretty sure Blizzard would technically look at it and be like, technically that's not allowed, but his name is McPeepants. How'd you do that? How'd you do that, sir? Alright, T-Rock, let me know when you're ready. Alrighty, let's see this, boys. Let's see. We got Everlia. Try his chance against Binus. Realize that Binus has a lot of tools to work with. Binus does have a massive amount of healing. Lots of health. Lots of ways to deal with Everlia. Everlia does have the Ice Block, does have mobility, does have a lot of CC on their side if ever necessary. That's going to be one of their advantages. Binus, on the other hand, has a massive amount of heals, range stun, fear, reflect, and being a Night Owl, that Shadow Meld does help him out a lot against this duel in particular. It's really going to be up to Everlia, though, to take it back. His Binus does have one up. I believe in Everleah, boys. I believe in Everleah. Gonna be a nice bow. Both of these guys are gonna run to the side. Maybe Everleah with this map might be able to have a little bit more open space. Maybe be able to jump down on things. Run away from Binus. Binus is gonna run around whirlwinding all over the place. One of the advantages of Everleah I think should go for is the max range as a caster. Max range him is best. He's gonna find Everleah. He's gonna interrupt him on a polymorph. That's gonna be very unfortunate. He's gonna land in polymorph, but that's gonna be stunned out of Binus. Trick it out of Everleah into a polymorph, shadow melting it. Actually getting a lot of those cooldowns out of Binus is gonna catch him into the ring of frost. Trying to get a greater pyroblast on the side, is gonna get interrupted off of it. Binus is gonna run himself into a freeze. Greater Pyro is still gonna come out no matter how you view it. Everleah could go for a big setup. Is gonna drop a meteor onto Binus. He's gonna go for massive heals. Big heal coming out of Binus, and that's gonna be Everleah actually covering himself with a temporal. Gonna get a lot of health back off of that. Root coming on to Binus next, trying to polymorph. Gonna get stunned up on it. Binus is still out. It's gonna go for a Metallic Trinket. Is Everleah gonna pop himself a shield? Dragon's Breath. Full polymorph lands. Everleah could go for a big setup. Binus does have a trinket. Does have commanding shout. Is Everleah gonna go? It's gonna be a reflect onto Everleah. Is that gonna hit him back? No, Binus still took the damage off that. Does interrupt Everleah onto that freeze. Could go for a big setup. Everleah is gonna get a root onto Binus. Ring of Frost to follow. Could go for a greater pyro after that. Is gonna go. Nothing for Binus. He has nothing right now. Everleah getting stunned up. Binus trying to find a way to heal. Gonna go for big burst. Everleah is gonna go for breath. Dropping meteor. Big burst coming down to Binus. Big crits coming in. Binus barely has any health. Does get one reflect off of Everleah. Charge heal coming in. Everleah is still out there scorching him up right now. Could go for a big setup. Still has cauterize if necessary. Binus barely has any health. Any one of those procs could crit. And he does take him out right now. Everleah turning it around. Outplayed. Binus does need to realize now that he has been outplayed. If Everleah learns any of what he has taken, if he takes that, reapplies it again, this is going to be over. Binus has been dominating those duels for a while without healing. Everleah turned it around. The 1-1. We're going to see who ends up winning this next one. Binus is getting prepared. Everleah is getting prepared. Looks like the encouragement is all he needed. It's like, you got this, fam. I believe in you, Boomstar. Oh, I believe in you, Everleah. That's all Everleah needed. It's going to be the Fire Mage with big old bursts. Lots of crowd control. Lots of CC and a fair amount of mobility. Which is Binus, which is a Fury Warrior, which is one of the most heal-based classes for melee, with a lot of utility to beat a mage with reflect, with stun, with fear, and being a night elf. It makes it even more interesting. They're just trying to run over to each other. Binus greets him on a big old mount. Everleah does a little bow. Both of these guys are going to start on each side. That's going to be Invis coming in for Everleah off the bat. And the duel begins. It's going to be Binus versus Everleah. Polymorph going to come out for Binus off the bat. Binus is going to have to find a way to respond. Is he going to set it? Great Power Blast is going to come out with a Ring of Frost to follow. Good run into the ring. Does run into the ring, actually. Second Greater is going to come out onto Binus. Perfect opportunity for Everleah. Is going to drop down Meteor. Binus is going to avoid it. Doesn't going to go for a heal quite yet. Is going to go for some base damage into Everleah as Temporal comes out pretty early. Does get interrupted onto Fire, allowing him to get some freeze damage right now. Is going to go for some more scorches onto Binus, who barely has any health. Going to leap right on top of Everleah. Dragon's Breath coming out. Binus might need to go for some massive heals. Doesn't have a lot. Just going to go for Reflect. Not going to pop his Enrage Regen quite yet. Is going to do some damage to Everleah. Everleah is going to go for a big burst right now. This is where Binus is going to respond with a lot of heals. Everleah's health is not doing so hot. This is going to be Mallet Trinket to follow. Everleah still has combustion for a little bit. Trinket out of Binus and gets a stun to Everleah. Everleah's health is not looking all that good. Still has a fair amount of health. Thank you so much, Juan. I'll respond to it in just a second as soon as we finish this duels, man, okay? Thank you so much. Can we get a hashtag Juan in chat? Showing appreciation for a wonderful donor, my man. I'll respond to it as soon as the duels are over. Palmer coming out for Everleah. After the Dragon's Breath, Everleah has a fair amount of health to work with. Binus, what defenses does he have, though? Greater Pyre is going to come out. Everleah trying to get a second Greater Pyre. Could we see a stun out of Binus? We do see a stun. Leaping right on top of Everleah. Could Everleah be dropping down, maybe? Maybe juke out. Binus does kill him with the freeze into another polymorph. It's going to be very, very DR'd. Everleah might have to go for a big reset play. No Ice Buck available for a while. There's a Meteor coming up very, very soon. Ring of Frost coming out. He's going to trap Binus in that Ring of Frost for a little bit. Going to get some damage, some crits. Binus is going to run through it, knowing that the Hots are going to take him out. Does drop a Meteor down. That's going to be executed for Binus, though. Binus ended up taking that one. It was such a close game. such a close match. I feel like Everly, if he held his cooldowns back a little bit, force out the heal out of Binus, then go for a big setup, that would have been the play. So goddamn close. Seavark, you played that real well. Binus, both of you guys played that one real well. That was a really good fucking duel, boys. Really good fucking duel. Goddamn, boys. I want to do best out of 5. Oh my god. Alrighty, here we are. Here we are. Oh, the gates are open already, and it's gonna be Everly versus Binus. Everly saw exactly what happened last duel, learned from the mistake. This is the best out of 5. Everly was like, you know what? I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. So Binus has 2 on the scoreboard. Wait, can I don't think I have the key binding to like add best out of 5 or anything like that, or points on the score. But it's gonna be Binus with 2 right now, Everly with 1. It is gonna be in the Grand, which is a nice open area with a little bit of line of sight at the corners. It's gonna be very interesting how this is gonna go. Binus is actually still hugging to his side of the pillar, hovering between 2 of the pillars. Everly is gonna come out on a mount. Binus is just gonna chase right after him, using the line of sight to run. Actually, just gonna stay out in the open. Palmer trying to come out for Everly is gonna get a root onto Binus. Palmer to follow as he gets stunned up. Still gonna allow Everly to get a spell cast off or 2 maybe. He's gonna go for a Greater Pyro while Binus is a cat. No, gonna stop it. Gonna end the cast completely actually. Polymorph again, making sure it's a full poly with a Greater Pyro to follow. His Binus gonna reflect it. Binus is not gonna reflect, just gonna take the damage, and Everly is gonna drop a meteor on top of him. Binus is gonna charge through that meteor. Everly could actually keep Binus on top of the meteor. Is gonna go for reflect. There's gonna be Temporal coming in for Everly though, as he's getting a few procs into Binus. Binus' health is not doing that amazing. He is dying to dots a little by little. It's gonna be stun onto Everly. Trinkets out of it. Binus not allowed to get a lot of healing. It's gonna be Ring as he tries to go for a Shadow Meld. He does Shadow Meld into that ring though. Big burst coming in for Everly though. Is gonna go for a big setup onto Binus. That's gonna be a big. Oh god, what's it called? Rage regen coming out for Binus. Is gonna be able to heal through all of Everly's bursts. Is gonna interrupt him onto fire as well. And Maladin Trinket to fall. That is gonna be really bad. And Polymorph coming out. Might see, oh, Trinket coming out of Binus. Is Everly gonna do anything right now? Might need to Ice Block. Is gonna Ice Block the Corduroys right now. That is Binus waiting out and making sure to trade out his offensive with the Combustion for Everly. Binus making sure to give a nice bow to Everly. Feels like he won this duel, and he might have already. There's going to be Greater Pyro coming in for Everly. With a Temporal to follow, Binus is going to run at him with a Reflect. Do some damage to Everly. Everly is going to get some healing after that. Trying to go for Ring of Frost, getting interrupted. And execute. That's it, man. And that's it. I think Everly needs to hold on to that Cauterize. Or Combustion. You need to hold on to Combustion. I think it's very similar to like Mr. Pandaria Warriors versus Pharaohs. Pharaohs would hold all the cooldowns until, like, what is it? The second win for Warriors, right? Deleting PC, Mark. No, you don't got it, man. It is so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, good duel regardless, boys. That was the best out of 5. Blazer does take it.